Sona.
Wow.
Okay, well, wild curves.
Right.
Okay.
So I'll talk about this for a second because weirdly enough, I've got an unusual amount of history with this champion.
Okay.
It's not really going to be punished by Rakan too hard. It's going to actually do exactly that. It's
They
going to
just take over, man. Like, it's so hard. Ooh, Velia does have to be careful.
Yeah, he's the target of an invade here. Dandem jumped over the grub wall.
Actually, they've just completely sent in. Q comes down. First blood for Bucci. Nice and easy. Dandem gonna get himself a grump as well.
Yes, that early ward placed down by Bucci really ratted Velia out in that one. And because he's taking Ghost on this Gwen, which is pretty standard, doesn't mean you don't have the flash to get away from these early plays, as Baus now might just lose his own flash.
Red buff on Bucci. Able to secure the kill.
On his reset, going into that Eclipse most likely.
Reckless has found Bizguard. Bizguard is going to not get caught because it's actually over to Baus, securing a kill onto Bucci. Bizguard now in danger, going low. Reckless will secure the kill. A solo kill in the top lane. And then suddenly, Lost Ratones just answer out with 2 solo kills for themselves. They're now going to transition this into that Chemtech Drake. Grubs aren't even up yet, so there's no response here from Lost Ratones.
Like you want to leverage this Renekton strength early. Like you want to play for these Grubs here. We'll see if it's able to do it as Bucci's gone in, but again, only level 5.
Got a big chunk, but Baus is continuing to fire away. Baus has that ultimate. Secures himself that feat of strength. Secures himself the solo kill. And he doesn't care.
Potential dives on these solo laners. Baus has walked up way too far.
He's got flash. Just able to break away from Dandem. Nice little knock up as well just to send him packing. They do catch onto Bucci here. Bucci just eating a little bit of poke. I say that. The curtain has been called. The shots are coming in. That's 1. That's 2. Here comes the 4th shot. Bucci on the run. Has to flash to break away. Meanwhile, Baus could be under some serious threat here. DMG going to be closing in. They've got that knock-up. Baus doesn't have the ultimate. Does try and get himself away, but he's caught inside the misfortune. Knock-up onto multiple people, keeping himself healing with a passive as Bizguard makes his way forward. Fateski's going low. Baus is doing his best to hold on. Is able to get a big chunk of damage out of all of those players and clear the wave. But ultimately, DMG with 4 killing.
They get the kill, but yeah, like you say, with 4 members had to go down bot. And they spent a lot of time down there as well. Velia, in the meantime, has been farming up a Storm. 2 plates over mid lane to Nemesis. Top side of the map as well. Bucci had to recall. And so this, the whole tower's gone, man. Like, yeah, you killed Baus.
As it looks like Lost Ratones have turned their attention towards this dragon. Dandem's making his way over, though. Baus, not actually...
Pickaxe in his first recall. And since then, he bought Merc Treads, man. He's already had to rush the Merc Treads against the Baus here. It's not looking too hot, as DMG might be trying to contest these Grubs, but it's going to be kind of hairy.
They want to go for it, though. Velia doesn't actually feel like they're up for the fight. I am surprised by that, considering how ahead Lost Ratones are, but they're happy just not to coin flip it. They got 5 Grubs. There's no point...
Okay. Does he go back in? No, I think we're chilling for now. There's the
no,
TP.
Baus!
Oh my goodness. The turret flank.
Wait. Oh, forces the flash out of Crowley. Bucci's teleport. Bucci being a bit greedy there, overstaying.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's... Yeah, Crowley... That's kind of...
Them widen this gold gap even further. I say that as Baus potentially finds himself in a bit of danger, trying to make a run for it. Is going to look for the knock-up onto Calmsky. He's able to evade away from him. And Baus, I think he's just recognized he needs to clear the wave and keep the tower alive, and that's exactly what he's going to do. All of those get picked up. Baus will trade his life out, but again, what's the cost? They lose the Rift Herald. They may even lose their top lane for this. That is a massive chunk on the Bucci. Caught by the ultimate. Reckless has to jump away as the bullet time comes out. And Bucci walks away with 53 HP. The charge of the Herald comes in, though. And that is going to be mid lane tower going exceptionally low. I don't think Calmsky's really got the defense. They're actually going for the old runaround on the Herald here. Just going to make a run.
He's going to try to steal the dragon with it.
No way.
Here he comes.
Here he comes. Dandem's in danger. Doesn't get caught by the knockup. Velia has to use the W already. No flash available. He gets caught by the crescendo, and all of the lockdown catches him in place. Velia having a little bit too much fun with that one.
That was an interesting play. That is certainly one of the plays of all time in League of Legends. Not going to work.
That's my one bit of copium there. So got a lot of mana to work with. Reckless finds the knock up into the double knock up from Nemesis. Deadly Flourish keeps him rooted. Calm Sky flashes away into the waiting hands of Crowny as now Dandem's been run down. Caught with another knock up. Double kill for Crowny. Teleport coming in as well from Baus.
Our next focuses, because we've got 3.5 minutes until Dragon, 1.5 for Atakan. I would say, like, Los Ratones...
Looks like they're out looking for something onto Velia, though. Has got the needlework and the ghost. Is going to get jumped onto. Jumps over the wall. Throws down that W for a bit of safety. It's going to put a bit of extra damage in. Dandem's actually starting to go a little bit low here. That Snips catching on as Velia ease away. Throws down the ultimate. Dandem now has to flash away. There goes the Crescendo. Only hits onto one. The flash from Baus secures the kill. Into the knock-up. Another needlework comes down as they continue to try and put some damage out. Silence onto all 4 members. Baus finds the knock-up. He needs to clear the way for that bullet time is making quick work of him, but Calm Sky collects another kill. The Sona is getting fed and no one else.
And the question remains, at what cost? Bot side is getting hammered by Nemesis. The mid tier 2 has now fallen in favor of Los Ratones as well. Yes, they picked up a kill.
Impossible to steal it. Dandem not even going to think about it at this point. They're going to pick this up nice and easy, and Baus, just another stack for him, and he's left to collect the flowers. News for DMG fans is Dragon Soul's probably not going to be on the cards this game, and if so, it's a long way away. They've been able to pick up 2 dragons, so they've happily been able so valuable this game. There's an Eclipse, there's a Bloodthirster, and there's a Sona. With an Archangels, he is going to be absolutely cutting through their shields, opening up onto Nemesis. Deadly Flourish goes wide. Crowny's trying to make a run away, and it looks like Dandem is going to get popped. Nemesis able to secure that kill, and now the curtain has been called. Fatesky caught for the knock-up. Nemesis doesn't quite hit on with the Q, but he flashes over. Fatesky's going low. Nemesis secures himself one as Bizgard runs away. Caught in the knock-up, though. Nemesis's damage is absolutely brutal here. He gets the triple. He gets the quadra. They might even go for it. Bucci's on the run. Nemesis jumps over the wall. The team are going to continue to chase. There's the Deadly Flourish. In comes Nemesis. It's going to be a penta, baby. Nemesis with the penta!
Pentakill for the rat in the mid lane. Nemesis hit that Infinity Edge, his 3-item spike, and he decided to end the game there. And then 5 kills on the bounce. 0-0-3, straight survive. 5-0-3. Didn't have to mess about with that one, did he? He took his time to get his first kill in the game, and once that came down, the rest soon to follow.
That was absolutely beautiful from Nemesis. He's just been slowly getting crazy strong this game. Velia actually gets outsmited, but I don't think that really matters too much to him. Doesn't get caught by the Q and misses the Snips. Kamsky's coming in. Velia is going to get so much damage down. Sends him packing. He's still got the needlework, and now the double kill for him. Bizgard's trying to make a runaway, flashes over the wall, and Nemesis is there. It's the time for the Gwen to get the triple. Oh my word, Los Ratones looks scary as hell.
That is horrifying to watch, dude. Nemesis just 1v2'd the ADC and mid in that previous team fight, and now Velia's 1v3 as well. That's just not cool, man. It's not cool at all. I think DMG will be happy to see the back of this game.
Mid and bot lane haven't died once this game here for Los Ratones. They've been having an absolute killer performance. Fatesky throws out the bullet time, trying to kill them, not going to get it. The curtain has been called. Bucci will fall, and in jumps Nemesis to secure a double. Down they go. It wouldn't be a Los Ratones game without Baus jumping onto the fountain, but game 1 in the bag. 25 minutes on the clock. 17.
A different angle today.
I like that angle, actually. Yeah, first of all, it's pretty much only Reckless that we have seen play Janne on more or less regular basis as a support. But second of all, you can kind of see how it could work here. Probably as well not the champion that I...
Else here in the NLC. It's been unique. A level 3 gank from Sejuani will certainly fit that bill. Here he goes.
Nemesis gets some damage in, doesn't quite get enough auto attacks to reset the W. Has got his jungler in the area. Nemesis still holding on to that flash. There's Dandem flashing forwards. Nemesis able to break away, but the lockdown is there. And Bizgard.
DMG will be starting up this dragon as well. Though he may be in the area. I think they'll be contesting this one though. Baus.
Yeah, I don't think he's living that one. Tries to take the minion taxi away. Bucci hits level 6. He loses like, what, 2 minions for that as well? Baus kind of struggling here. As this is pretty typical Los Ratones. They do actually favor grubs over not level 6. not able to really do much about this as DMG secured themselves a single grub and run away. As actually it looks like Baus in a little bit of danger here. Has got 6, but the problem is Bucci has ult, so he can just block it. Baus going for the old wraparound. Is just going to look for a taxi away. He's just being a menace.
He is absolutely a menace. He always is. 2 grubs were picked up top here for Los Ratones in the exchange. But then crucially for Dandem was able to actually sneak one away before that all got set up. So don't get 3 grubs. Don't get that nice contribution.
There's the
Here
ult.
we go.
They're going to go in for the knock-up, and everyone gets caught in place. Reckless dives in, finds the lockdown, and Fatesky flashes away. But that is not going to save him long. Velia's the one to secure the kill. Dandem too slow to the play. As Lost for Dandem's in the area, so Baus going to get a Q off. Going to throw the ultimate out and actually make it a 1 versus 1. Ult comes down, though, from the side of Bucci. Baus tries to minion taxi away. He will go down. Clears most of the wave, but ultimate a little bit slower on that play. Does look like Los Ratones are thinking about making a play here. Vizgard needs to be careful. Shockwave pulls him back in, and down he goes. Nemesis has had a lot.
Well, he's died. If this is just a free dragon as well, then DMG will be laughing, but that was close to being a steal from Velia, which would have been criminal.
I don't think Dandem really wants to make this happen. They have been spotted by Karmsky there, I think, with the Scryers. Secure themselves 2 grubs, make it 4. Happy to give up 2 in response as DMG maybe looking onto Velia here. Velia gets the ult thrown onto him and has to flash the wall. In comes Baus, sends 1 pack in there, continues to chase forwards. Dandem being chased off. He has smite though. No smite available to Los Ratones. Able to trade out. So I think he did the smart thing of not full sending it without ultimate. If he had ult, that was an absolute kill. As Bizgard getting a little bit of poking coming in onto him, but Velia's trying his best to hold this one down. The lockdown's going to be enough to kill the Janna though. Trades out 1 for 1 in a 1 versus 3. Velia did their job.
Yeah, is that worth it? Is that worth it for DMG to get a kill onto Olaf though? Is Baus? I don't think
if they can kill Baus. Maybe it will be. He has got himself the flash. Bucci's losing a lot of HP. Baus goes in. Crowley slides in behind and secures the shutdown. Dandem's going low. Baus gets the Q, but that's not going to be enough for Dandem. Dandem's going down. Another shutdown. It was the Long Kong, baby. They were just funneling gold. And they're doing it quite scattered.
Very close stuff for DMG. Now, crucially, 3rd dragon on the map. It's sole points.
Baus goes for the wallbang, gets himself caught out, and he is going down for the 4th time this game. Heartbreak.
That tower on the top side as a result. Not a bad trade, and all things said and done.
I mean, we saw Nemesis in the last game go 2,500. Seizing the initiative here, and they are turning their attention towards this Rift Herald. Are we seeing God's bleed as Bizgard gets caught by the damage? Shockwave lands in. They find the W, the Seraph's there, and that's going to be the shutdown for Nemesis. Able to break away as Calm-Sky finds the lockdown. Nemesis flashes away, but Fatesky chasing forward. There's the Janna ultimate to keep them locked in as Nemesis is going low, but the Magnet Storm will pull everybody in, and Crowny secures a kill onto Calm-Sky. Dandom's going low. Can Crowny find the shot to finish him up? I don't think he can. This is just going to clear out the wave. Baus died in the middle of that as well. Los Ratones find an answer back, but they're still bleeding on that top lane.
Yeah, it's a 2 for 1, but also kill bot. Fatesky.
Oh, Fatesky! Not able to get the damage in. Crowny secures the kill. 4 and... So many players and teams haven't really been able to do that. And it hasn't been perfect punishing, let's be fair. As in comes the ultimate, actually, on to Olaf. He's trying to kill up Velia, but Nemesis is able to finish him up.
It takes so much on the map. They punish you for that. It's something that the other teams here in the NLC do not execute very well. Bucci with all that attention. Something.
Remember, it's been a while since I played like this build on Kai'Sa.
I think that's enough between.
Yeah, it should be.
Those two. I think.
Yeah, because you get a bit of an annoyance onto Dandem, who does get caught. Knock-up lands onto Velia. It's maybe their opportunity to jump onto him. He's thrown the Q down, so the Arcane Smash is there. Reckless, no Magnet Storm. Velia, no ultimate as well. Bucci jumps in, and now we're going to see that Olaf trying to do some work. Reckless can flash away. Doesn't want to be going to kill up, but Crowny maybe in danger. Fatesky's going to flash forward. They try and keep the threat damage up over there. I can't see what's going on because we're moving back towards top. Reckless is so low. Can he go down? Are we going to see him finally die today. Reckless breaks away with the W as Kamska chases forward. Fatesky finds himself the kill. Reckless is finally slain. Bounce is making his way over. Crowny has no abilities to keep himself going. There comes the ultimate from the Pop. He's going to try and turn the numbers around. That might not be the perfect play, but they're going to turn it as now Dandon's going low. Crowny is chasing forwards. It's a double kill on to Nemesis. Make it a triple. Somehow. Lost
right here. And I think it's gone absolutely no response for DMG. Biscard was dead. So
Herald here. Someone needs to go deal with Bucci though in that bot side. As charges coming out from Herald. Nemesis needs to be careful because he could get caught by that ultimate. Isn't going to get himself caught yet. Dandom will finally be seen by the sapling as Dandom jumps forwards, gets caught by the arcane smash. There's going to be the ultimate onto Velia. Velia throws down his ultimate in response as in comes Bucci. That Magnus Storm is not going to do anything. They're going to try and find some damage, but in comes Crowny. Can they get the kill? They take out Reckless. They take out no one else. Bouse is coming on the flank though. Velia still alive. Dandom low HP. Can Bouse actually find an opening for his team? Bucci gets some damage in onto Bouse, but Bouse able to break away. DMG are firing on all cylinders versus Los Ratones here.
it is a return, the turret for a kill. Top side is just going to fall by itself, as we see in the pit. Thank you very much for showing us that one. Yeah, it's a toughie right here. Dragon has spawned, but the health bars on DMG, I think, are too low to really get involved here. Crowny's going in for the kill on Bucci.
Yeah, he's looking for him. Does get hit by the shockwave, and that's going to chunk him so heavily. He's still slowed. In jumps Nemesis. He's trying for the tidy up. Can't find the kill onto Bisgard. The pop comes through. The shield will keep him alive. That was unbelievably close. If he didn't shield, he was going down.
But is it enough to do anything sexy here? Bouse is playing with fire right now, and he is burned. Those some 7-degree burns right there. That was reckless. Sounds like a toddler at a firework festival. I'm not sure what that was about. But fair enough, Bouse. That crew, which is great for Tristana.
She's here.
Resets.
She's got ultimate. They're going to look for the damage. I don't think that's on. Magnus Storm lands onto multiple people. In comes Bouse. Interrupted with his ultimate. Crowny goes golden for the moment. Nemesis chases forwards. They're going to try and break away, but that's not going to be enough. Bouse, buddy bot forward. Fatesky secures the shutdown onto Crowny, as that's going to be Nemesis who gets a kill in response. It's a double kill once again for Nemesis. Wallbang comes in. The triple's going to be there for Nemesis, although Bucci almost kills Nemesis in response. They left him alone, unsupervised.
And they almost got burnt, but he stays alive for now. Able to retreat as well and pick up all those flowers. That has to be, you would think, the nail in the coffin for DMG's hopes in this game. It was all looking a little tumultuous, but Shaka has quite a lot of mains. You'd be surprised. Crazy champion.
The only one I can name is Pink Ward. That is the only Shaka Ward items. Like, all have their own names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now they're just masterworks.
Initialize was complaining about this as well, but we're going to get the fire here.
Velia. He's going to put the lockdown in, and then Nemesis jumps forward. That's going to be so much Nemesis! Oh, Nemesis goes down! They do answer out with Bucci, and Crowny's on tidy up duty this time around. Los Ratones secure a triple kill onto their ADC. Bisgard is the only one left standing, and Bouse is just being a menace. Going to clear out the wave, shove it in. I don't think this Oriana is going to be able to deal with all of Los Ratones making their way forwards. The death timers are too long. He's trying to clear the wave. He's trying to save the day, but he is going to get bot back onto the fountain. Bouse sends him back. Oh, I've never seen one that close. It takes forever to get there. Bouse just going to wallbang him back onto the fountain. Nexus will fall. Bouse will fall as well, as is standard here for Los Ratones. It was a longer game, and DMG actually look like they've got some serious teeth on them, so
It's probably look far different for Los Ratones, just because of how well and how powerful this Olaf ended up getting without any real external help. You've got the Sejuani to help. You've got the you've got the Sejuani to kind of like apply the passive, but otherwise you've got Seju with 3 melees as well on top of all of this, who doesn't really get to do anything but just chuck out the R and kind of hope that the connection sticks and there's enough damage to follow up, and
yeah,
it wasn't by the end of it.
Maybe a little bit more engaged, maybe a little bit more follow-up would at least get a game for DMG, but the series goes for Los Ratones, and we have the mid laner waiting for us for the interview after playing the Tristana. I think it was one of the first times we got to see focus on you and not Baus Nemesis. Congratulations. How does it feel to finally be the focus instead of like the Messi of League?
It felt pretty good, but this is not going to last forever. You know, like next week we're gonna go probably back, or like next time we're probably gonna go back to me playing some boring champion that does no damage, and the other people are gonna have the spotlight.
Hey, blame it on value. You know the drill. Tell me something. I've noticed something about your team, which is recently the team has been buying constantly the symbiotic souls, like the recall. You trade, you recall. Your team constantly goes for that, but the other teams are still not on the idea that it's that good. Can you sell the idea so everybody's understanding of how good those boots are?
Yeah, the boots are very OP. They're way too cheap. They pretty much just remove laning phase from the game. So if you have a completely unplayable matchup, regardless of what lane you're playing, you can just buy those boots and just get one wave and reset and get one wave and reset. I don't know why this is in the game, but this is in the game. And if I don't use it, then maybe the enemy will. So I have no choice.
Nemesis, let me throw you a curveball. Usually we talk about how the team is handling, getting better, and it's impossible to not realize that this team is the team to beat. You're not the villain, but you're like the king of the league. Imagine this. Imagine you're another team. You're playing versus someone like you, and your team is not getting there. So if you have to face Los Ratones, what would be your first goal as a player to defeat a team that's undefeatable?
That's a good question. I don't think they stand a chance regardless of what they do, if I'm being honest. I think this team just has too much firepower. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound arrogant or something, but I just don't see us losing to any team right now in NLC.
Makes sense. Makes sense. You've been putting the work and you can see it right now. Do you have anything to say to the huge community that follows you guys? And you just started playoffs. It's looking clean. I know you guys want to take another EMEA Masters. What would you like to tell them?
I think it's very amazing to see people being very supportive and passionate. And, you know, it's all welcome. But also, I think we have a lot more work to do. I think we have a lot of weaknesses we need to improve upon. I don't think this is our best form or our strongest form. I think we have a lot of room to still grow.
Final question for you, boss. Reckless finally collapsed within a game, even after sacrificing Crowny in the previous week. Any words for your support that finally has fallen?
Reckless, you're amazing.
Nemesis, thank you so much. Good luck for the next one, and I'll see you soon, King.
Thank you.
Man of short words, and there you go. Los Ratones opening playoffs with the 2-0 versus DMG. As expected, as they say. Rich Gang will now have to face DMG, and if you look into the first game, that cities can go wild, but on the second game, I think DMG are looking good, especially versus LR. But now, with this concluded, with the synthesis brought up, I don't see a team beating us, and in reality, what can you do? What can you say?
I don't know. I would really love to see how DMG end up, you know, playing out this lower bracket. But Nemesis is right to follow on the question. It's gonna be a tough order, right? I think it's gonna be a really, really tough order. I think if you can make the early game chaotic, you know, fine. You're gonna put LR on shaky legs for a couple of minutes. The problem still lies in the fact that above everyone else, they have the best mid-game macro or mid-game onwards macro in the league, and no one has managed to actually, you know, either bring their floor up to, you know, a comparable level, or find something that kind of breaks any habits that LR seem to have in the mid game, which seem infallible so far.
We keep hoping that there is going to be a team that is going to beat Los Ratones, not because we want to see Los Ratones fall, but because we think this is actually going to be good for Los Ratones, because they deserve a good challenge that will allow them to grow even further.
Yeah. Like Fox was saying, Olaf is always searching for that because he wants a good fight. I think that's what LR are waiting. Or else, EMEA is theirs for the taking yet again. I wouldn't mind with that, but I wouldn't mind moving on to the next one. LR is concluded. We have one right.